Today's video, we're going to see how long the HESSAIRE evaporative cooler, otherwise known as a swamp cooler, lasts on a full tank of water. Now, on the box it says like 2.8 gallons. Home Depot's website it says like 3 gallons, so we're going to see. Let's get right into it. Now, I've got the tank filled up completely, so 3 gallons as Home Depot's website says, because I couldn't remember the capacity and I threw the box away in the owner's manual, because who needs an owner's manual? But anyway, it is 101 degrees in here and it is 5:20. Now we're going to go over here. We've been having it on the prime setting to soak the media, and it's recommended to leave that on for about 10 minutes before you turn any of the fans on. But it's been well over 10 minutes on that setting, so we're going to turn it on high. So we've got the water capacity completely filled up. We're going to turn it all the way on to its highest setting because it is hot as crap in here. So 520, oh, just jumped a degree. So 102 degrees, 520. See where that goes. And also I forgot to mention in the last video, I wanted to do a few tests with this thing, putting different media type in it, and also trying it on the door opening, and also seeing how long this thing would last, which this is additionally why I'm making this video. Testing the runtime of it before you have to add water when it's damn near completely almost empty on water, plus using it with the back of it facing the outside. So 520, 102 degrees. We'll be right back. All right, so an hour later, it's now 6:21. We went from 102 degrees to 76. The humidity is in here 14% now. Pretty sure it was like 13 when we started, something like that. Actually in the middle of making a video right now of the V4 ultrasonic cleaner. Let's go check the water level. Like I said, we've had this thing on high the whole time. That's the water level right there. I'll shake it a little bit so you can see it. Water levels barely dropped down. Even over an hour, it's already dropped 26 degrees. And it's actually, the temp in here is actually bearable now. And I know I've got it way over there. You know, 622, 76 degrees, 41% humidity now. Yeah, I know originally in the first video I said that I would be trying out different media, and I did a little bit of research on it, and I found that it's like almost like cardboard media. It's the best one for airflow. So if you switch to any of the other ones, you should get more moisture retention in those, but this one you still do get moisture retention, but it also gives the most airflow out of all of them. And it's also, if I remember right, it's also the one that's a lot easier to clean, just because it's more, the media is more opened up. The other ones, it's almost like a burlap sack, if I remember right. Those are pretty much those will pretty much disintegrate if you try to clean them, but it doesn't give off that much airflow, and that's what we're looking for in this area, to get more circulation, more airflow. But it is retaining quite a bit of moisture. I did go ahead and check the back of it, and it is still pretty soaked. So, and it's already dropped 26 degrees within an hour, from 102 degrees to now 76. So, and then we might see about, I think on a next video, someone mentioned in the comments in the last video about using ice packs instead of ice. Because right now we're just using water. We're not using ice. just straight tap water. But I think the next video we'll try out ice packs. But so far from this video, using it with the back of it, so the media facing the outside, and letting that hot, dry air come in. And that's another thing too, in the previous video. Somebody mentioned that you need to be in a dry climate, and that is true for this to work, because it's evaporative cooling. So it takes the water from the back of the media, draws a hot air through that, and then it turns it into cool mist, which raises the humidity in here, like I said, because it's 41% humidity in here, and I think starting out is like 13. And we live in the Mountain West, so it's dry up here. But if you live on like the West Coast or East Coast where it's real humid, these things won't work. Your best bet is to get a dehumidifier. I actually have a couple of those. I can't really make a review video on those because, I mean, those are pretty well known. I guess I could if you want me to, but yeah, I think the next video we'll try ice packs. The downside to ice packs, though, is it's going to take up room with the water. So it's not, unlike ice, it's not going to replenish the water as it melts, because ice does take up room or space for water capacity, but the ice packs are going to take up water capacity, and it's not going to replenish the water as if you were using ice, because like I said, the ice melts, it replenishes the water. But we're going to try ice packs out. It shouldn't take up that much room of water capacity. I've got some pretty good sized ones that I use for work in my cooler. We're going to throw those in on the next video. We're going to see how that works. And we're going to keep using it with the back of the media facing the outside, because it works a lot better. Like if you're watching this, and like I said in the comments in the last video, you're supposed to put the back of it toward the opening to the outside to draw in hot air. And before we were using it back here on the bench. So we're going to keep using it that way. We found that's the best way of using it. But that'll about do it for this video. Hope you liked it. If you did, leave a like. And I hope you consider subscribing. And keep your eye out for the next video of us using the ice packs. And if you want me to try out the different medias, we will. But as of right now, considering our situation of the area we're in, I think we're just going to go ahead and stick with the media that's in it now. But again, keep an eye out for that next video. Till then, we'll see you on the next one.